audience as they recognize the universe is serving them a taste of their own behavior. The silence they imposed on you has morphed into their punishment. The distance they fostered has transformed into their suffering. The love they withheld has become their enduring regret. Life has reversed their actions, compelling them to confront the void they once inflicted upon you. Now they are engulfed by it, gasping for air beneath the weight of their choices. Yet, the true twist, one that ensnares the viewer in this moment, emerges now. They are beginning to recognize something they previously refused to acknowledge. You are embracing a version of yourself radiating with purpose, strength, and alignment. You are becoming untouchable, unreachable, unshakable. This realization fills them with a profound fear, haunting every moment of their day, as they come to understand that if they lose you entirely, they will carry that anguish for the rest of their lives. They will never encounter another soul with your depth, your compassion, your energy, your love. Now, the pressure within them is reaching its peak. They are desperate. They are restless. They are emotionally unsteady. Their mind loops through memories of you relentlessly. They cannot escape. Their heart is intently calling your name. Even when they attempt to silence it, their soul implores for a chance they no longer know how to earn. They have arrived at a point of no return. A juncture where their regret is irrevocable. A moment where their love is indisputable. A reality where the truth is unavoidable. You are the greatest blessing in their life, and relinquishing you was the gravest mistake they have ever made. My dearest child, as you receive this message, a tremor resonates in the unseen world, for the individual who thinks of you daily has reached a breaking point. Their heart has been aflame with unspoken sentiments, while their mind replays cherished memories of you, entrapped in a cycle they cannot escape. Today marks a significant moment. Their inner turmoil has culminated in a resolution they never anticipated, as emotions intertwine, yearning, remorse, anxiety, all converging into an unyielding urge to connect with you, causing the environment around them to subtly transform. An inexplicable awareness fills the atmosphere, an intense pull that feels as if the ground beneath them vibrates with the unaddressed matters between you. For the first time in a prolonged period, they cease to flee from the truth and instead, start moving toward it. Each breath they take is laden with your name, each step feels orchestrated by an unseen force compelling them to take action. Attempts at avoiding this sensation, suppressing it, or distracting themselves with acquaintances who never grasped their depth of silence or turmoil have proven ineffective. Your essence remains imprinted within them, like a persistent heartbeat. Today, they finally yield to the call that has been echoing within. Another powerful realization washes over them, almost destabilizing them, as they recall intimate moments preserved within them, moments you may not even know they cherish, a gentle tone in your voice, a glance that conveyed understanding without fear, and the comfort you provided with such ease. These memories illuminate their mind fiercely. Any effort to erase them only intensifies their brightness. They recognize that life has silently conspired to draw them back to you, bit by bit, sign by sign, emotion by emotion, and today, everything aligns. They surrender to the tide that has been guiding them back. However, here is where the twist emerges. The instant they resolve to approach you, your name materializes around them, perhaps on their device, in a song lyric or spoken by a stranger. Whatever the source, it resonates deeply, signaling that today is no ordinary day. Their pulse quickens. Thoughts sharpen, and hesitation dissipates as if a clear message has been delivered to them. They understand that the time to act is now, not next week, not someday in the future, but today. This pivotal moment calls for them to cease pretense and confront their feelings. In this instant, an even grander realization unfolds within. An irrevocable drive surges forward, one they cannot quiet even if they wished to. They yearn not for closure or isolation, they yearn for you. Today, regardless of how it manifests, a text, a call, an unexpected encounter, or an honest conversation, they will do something significant that alters the dynamic between you. It will be bold, sincere, something they have long feared but can no longer evade. For deep within lies an undeniable truth: their heart has always been entwined with yours, and today, that truth cannot remain concealed. Stay with me as we witness the ensuing moment in which their emotional landscape shatters, revealing what they have hidden even from themselves. They have spent too long pretending to be unbothered, convincing themselves life was bearable without you while, unbeknownst to them, a tempest was brewing within. Today, that tempest will be unleashed. They awaken with your name dominating their thoughts, not gently, but with an urgent insistence, as if an inner voice is urging them that something monumental is on the brink of occurring. They feel a simultaneous heaviness and longing in their chest, unable to articulate why. Their hands tremble slightly, their heart races in an unfamiliar rhythm, as if the universe is propelling them forward, compelling them to acknowledge what is destined. Awareness envelopes them when they least expect it. Throughout the day, they attempt to keep busy, to suppress the intensifying pull toward you, yet everything around them becomes a reminder. A locale you once mentioned features prominently among their interests, a song linked to you plays unexpectedly, or someone passes by wearing a scent that evokes strong memories, halting them in their tracks. In that fleeting moment, they find stillness, confronted by the truth they have resisted. They miss you profoundly. In a manner that aches, one that cannot be dismissed, this longing demands authenticity. Their thoughts return to you in unending cycles, each effort to distance themselves only gravitates you closer. The transformation within them is monumental. They come to realize that their connection was never a mere illusion or a transient experience. It transcends such boundaries, representing something rare that does not manifest twice in a lifetime. Along with this recognition arises a deep-seated fear, one they had long avoided, the fear of losing you indefinitely due to their silence. This anxiety wraps around them, unwavering, as they replay every word unspoken, every golden moment left neglected, every signal ignored, every feeling suffocated. Suddenly, the weight of regret becomes unbearable. They no longer wish to linger on the periphery of your life, to entertain the what-ifs that haunt them, or to bear the label of the one who realizes too late the significance of your connection. And then, without warning, a pivotal moment materializes, one deeply potent that compels them to act, one they cannot ignore even if they tried. Their phone illuminates, a notification arrives, a message materializes, or perhaps someone utters your name nearby. Regardless of the source, it jolts them, they become immobile. The atmosphere shifts as anticipation envelopes them. Their heartbeat falters. Sensing an indication too precise to dismiss, a sign that today demands the truth be confronted, that action must replace overthinking, and that they must emerge from the shadows of hesitation into the bright reality of their emotions. In that very instant, clarity dawns, the imperative arises to address your presence in their life today, not tomorrow, not later, not when convenience permits. As they attain this lucidity, a remarkable transformation occurs within them, fears that once restrained them dissolve, and the guilt which silenced them begins to lift. The longing becomes an unstoppable force, driving them inwardly toward action. They recognize they must reach out, must express, must show up, must articulate their innermost feelings. They comprehend that failure to take this step now would result in a lifetime plagued by regret. Thus, today promises something unforgettable, something that will transform everything between you, not chaos, not peril, nor drama, but a genuine, heartfelt exchange long overdue. For the one who contemplates you daily is prepared to embrace the truth they have concealed all along. The moment their decision solidifies, it feels as if the earth beneath them shifts, an overwhelming rush of emotions engulfs their being. Relief, trepidation, yearning, and a deeper sentiment they've been evading intertwine, driving home the awareness that they can no longer sustain this unspoken tension between you. No longer can they feign indifference while their soul remains tethered to you with an unyielding thread. This day marks a turning point. Their heart, once whispering, now demands recognition. The force of this epiphany leaves them nearly breathless, for they understand that once they proceed, nothing can revert to its former state. A poignant silence envelopes them, one that is not devoid but ripe with clarity, truth, and every emotion that remained unvoiced. They recall the instances when your absence was profoundly felt, the late night spent ruminating over what could have been said, the messages composed yet deleted in fear of vulnerability, or damaging the bond, or the intensity of their desire for you. Yet, now, that fear fractures, revealing an undeniable honesty they can no longer suppress. They grasp that you were never the risk, losing you was. Amidst their day, a realization strikes, illuminating their understanding of why no one else seemed to fit, why each distraction faltered, and why connections disintegrated before they could truly begin. It was not that others were unremarkable, rather, their heart had chosen you long before their mind meticulously caught up. Irrespective of the distances imposed, the silences that grew, or the life paths that diverged, their emotions never waned. In fact, the gap only intensified their bond, sharpening its undeniable clarity. They recognize that they do not merely think of you. They profoundly feel you with every fiber of their being, and this realization becomes irrefutable. Then, an overwhelming moment propels them to action. They encounter a reminder of you, be it a photograph, a dialogue from the past, or a location you once discussed, igniting a profound stirring within them. Their heartbeat falters and, for a brief time, they struggle to catch their breath. It is not sorrow, nor remorse, it is urgency, the urgent call of a soul that understands it is time to bridge the divide. They whisper your name almost subconsciously, feeling a promise take shape, a promise to not allow fear to silence them again, a pledge to act on what they should have voiced long ago. Now, the momentum of change becomes irresistible. They envision the words they wish to express to you, contemplating the opening lines, how they will articulate their truths, how they will finally confess what has long been hidden. They mentally rehearse these phrases, yet the veracity of their feelings overshadows any scripted dialogue. They miss you. They care. They have never truly been able to let go, and today, they stand poised to demonstrate that truth. As the moment approaches, their chest constricts, not from fear, but from eager anticipation. They understand that once they take the step they have long evaded, the trajectory of your entire narrative will shift. Deep within, a profound realization stirs. Today signals the revival of your connection. Remain with me in this moment, for it is here that their emotions will no longer be mere silent thoughts, but will metamorphose into actions they can no longer restrain. The tension within them crackles with electricity, becoming almost overwhelming, and each passing second propels them closer to you. They perceive a change in the atmosphere, an inescapable pull that offers no room for retreat. Every breath feels like a countdown, urging them onward. They glance at their phone, their fingers hovering hesitantly, a tremor in their hand. This is not due to a lack of desire to connect, but rather the weight of the impending action, which promises to alter everything. They recognize that once they initiate this step, there will be no reverting to silence, no sliding back into comfortable distance. In this moment thick with intensity, they retrieve the memory of your last encounter, or the sound of your voice, a recollection that strikes them harder than anticipated, flooding their mind with raw emotion. This rush serves as a stark reminder of what has been lost and what they still harbor hope for. Regret wells up within them, the kind that constricts their throat and sends their heart racing with painful honesty. They realize they should have held on tighter, fought harder, and spoken freely rather than waiting in uncertainty. All these emotions surge within them like a wave, propelling them to close the gap that has lingered for too long. Please stay present, for the moment of truth is unfolding rapidly. They begin crafting a message, rewriting, deleting, then typing anew, struggling to articulate the depth of their true feelings. Each attempt seems inadequate. Nothing appears strong enough, real enough, or sincere enough. They long to explain everything, the hesitation, the silence, the choices driven by pride or fear rather than a faithful heart. They wish to convey that, regardless of the distance that has formed, their connection to you has never waned. Each day, their thoughts instinctively return to you, as if drawn by an unbreakable reflex. Your presence lingers with them, even amid your absence. Then, suddenly, clarity strikes them, sharp and indomitable. Their heart beats fiercely, demanding attention. It is within this instant that they grasp an undeniable truth: if they do not act today, they will live with regret forever. The fear of losing you completely overshadows the fear of vulnerability. In that precise moment, they resolve to reach out, fully and fearlessly, today, not tomorrow, not someday. Something within unlocks, and the barrier of hesitation shatters, releasing the truths they have long burdened. Around them, the energy shifts palpably. Their hands steady, their breathing steadies. Their mind quiets. Everything aligns toward one singular truth: they want you in their life, and they are prepared to take the step that may revive your connection. As they brace to reach out, a powerful surge of hope, emotion, and determination floods their chest. Today, their confession, whether it manifests as a message or an action, will reach you with a force they have never permitted themselves to unveil. The individual who has thought of you daily is now prepared to express it openly. My beloved child, at the moment their heart aligns with the long-avoided decision, a profound certainty surges within them, steadfast, unmistakable, impossible to suppress. They navigate their surroundings with a new energy, one that is heavier yet liberating. It is as if every memory, every emotion they suppressed, rises unbidden to the forefront, demanding expression. Their chest feels warm, tight, full, awakening after months, perhaps years, of being stifled. They are no longer hesitating or doubting. For the first time, their heart resounds louder than their fear, and that shift alters everything. Another realization strikes with such force that it halts them in their tracks. They reflect on how much time has been squandered, how many moments they wished to voice their feelings but refrained. They recall countless nights replaying conversations with you, longing to rewrite them, and wonder about your life. Your feelings, whether you have moved on, or if you still remember them. The weight of everything left unspoken becomes unbearable. The distance between you feels almost like a physical ache, and this realization terrifies them, for they now comprehend that silence has merely deepened the bond they sought to escape. A new wave of emotion surges, stronger, sharper, more resolute. They ponder how you might respond to their outreach. Fear creeps in, but it lacks the power to deter them this time. Instead, it fuels their resolve. The thought of you embracing someone else, forging a future elsewhere, this penetrates deep, knocking the breath from their lungs. They refuse to remain a distant observer any longer, choosing instead to risk it all today. Their motivation is rooted in authenticity, not desperation. They care, they feel, they choose you. And for the first time, they are prepared to demonstrate that choice. As they navigate their swirling emotions, an event occurs that propels everything to the brink. Perhaps a reminder of you appears, a message pings, or a vivid memory materializes, evoking the sensation of you standing before them. Whatever the impetus, it shakes them profoundly, rendering the next step indisputable. They grasp their phone, unlocking it with deliberate slowness, their pulse thundering in their ears. In that moment, they realize this is not mere impulse, it is fate compelling them forward. This is the moment their silence unravels, the moment their truth surfaces. As the final push mounts, the world around them seems to hold its breath. Their fingers hover above the screen, steady this time, free from tremors, their mind relinquishes its overthinking. Their heart takes charge, and they craft a message that is simple yet impactful, genuine and powerful. Perhaps they choose to call or to meet in person. Regardless of the form it takes, the essence remains unchanged, authentic, raw, and unstoppable. For today marks a juncture where the individual who thinks of you every day has reached a threshold beyond silence. They are ready to breach the distance, prepared to convey the depth of their feelings. My beloved child, at the instant they reach this pivotal point, a fiery determination ignites within them, far beyond mere emotion. It is a conviction, a certainty burgeoning from the depths of their soul, signifying that today marks a transformative moment. They sense it in their heartbeat, the constriction in their chest, as though the world around them has shrunk, unable to contain the weight of what they carry. The silence they once cloaked themselves in now feels suffocating. The distance they rationalized now appears as a grave error requiring resolution. The truth they once evaded now stands before them, demanding action. Another surge of clarity strikes as they contemplate their feelings. They acknowledge that their feelings for you were not merely profound, they were transformative. You entered their life and catalyzed an awakening, a part of them that remained dormant, untouched, unvoiced. The deeper they delve into this recognition, the more they realize how hollow their days were without you. They were not merely missing a person, they were missing a version of themselves that only flourishes in your presence. That realization pierces them sharply, causing them to clutch their phone, aiming to steady the wave of emotion it provokes. Remain close, for what follows is the moment when everything within them bursts forth. They begin to reminisce, not about the pain, misunderstandings, or distance, but about the instances when you made them truly feel alive, your laughter, your presence, your innate understanding of them without a need for words. These memories do not diminish them, instead, they fortify them. The longing in their chest evolves into a steady flame, controlled, consistent, and unwavering. Along with that flame comes courage. They affirm that regardless of what occurs, they must confront the truth rather than flee from it. For once, they opt for honesty over trepidation, openness over avoidance, and connection over silence. An emotional transformation ensues, gradually at first, then suddenly. Their fear of rejection dissipates. Their doubt diminishes. Their hesitation fades. What remains is a profound, undeniable urge to reconnect with you. This desire is not born of loneliness, it emerges from your occupying a unique space in their heart that no one else has ever filled. They become indifferent to the passage of time, to past wounds, or to pride and ego. They recognize that if they do not articulate their feelings today, they risk losing something their soul cannot afford to let go. This realization becomes the impetus for their hand to extend. Everything aligns. They inhale deeply, steady yet trembling with resolve. Their fingers navigate the screen with intention. Their voice finds stability. Their mind quiets. And the volume of their heart reaches unprecedented levels. Whether they opt to send a message, place a call, or make an appearance, one certainty emerges: their actions today are driven by pure truth. They are no longer in hiding. The pretense has come to an end. They are finished evading the enduring connection that has remained unbroken. Today marks the moment they will transform their silence into a vibrant expression of their feelings. The individual who thinks of you each and every day has arrived at a point where restraint is no longer feasible. My cherished child, as their resolution solidifies, the very atmosphere around them undergoes a transformation, becoming charged with an intensity that hums with emotion. It is as though the universe draws nearer, poised to witness the unfolding of events. A tremor resonates within them, not from trepidation, but from the immense significance of what they are finally prepared to disclose. Their heart has stopped merely whispering, it now roars. Their thoughts are no longer muddled, they have become aligned. Their soul, which has been restless for what feels like an eternity, finally seems to be moving toward the direction it has always desired. Today is far more than just another day, it evolves into the moment when their truth can no longer remain concealed. A surge of emotion washes over them, so powerful that they must pause to regain their composure. They recognize that their silence did not serve as a shield, it only fostered further distance. Their pride did not render them stronger, instead, it rendered them lonelier. Their attempts to forget you did not yield peace, they resulted in a profound emptiness. And now they are continually reminded of the vividness life once held when you were a part of it. Every laughter resonated with a unique significance. Every moment was imbued with meaning. Each day radiated warmth that they only now comprehend in its absence. The loss of that life has haunted them quietly, and today the heaviness of that absence becomes unbearable. Remain close now, for a pivotal moment approaches with undeniable force. They envision seeing you once more, your eyes, your posture, the way your presence alters the ambience. Just the thought sends a surge through their being. Their chest constricts, and their heartbeat falters. In that instant, the understanding dawns upon them, no other connection has ever felt complete, as none could measure up to you. The depth, the spark, the emotional resonance, they have never encountered these qualities again, regardless of their efforts. The prospect of you fading from their life forever looms like a haunting nightmare they refuse to accept. This realization ignites a fervor that drives them toward the next step with unwavering resolve. Then, an event occurs, subtle yet potent enough to affirm their decision. Perhaps they see a sign, a recurring theme, a date, a name, or something that resonates with your essence, akin to destiny itself nudging them. In that fleeting moment, they discern that this is not a coincidence. It is not a figment of their imagination, nor a mere longing twisting their thoughts. It serves as a clear, undeniable reminder that your shared narrative is far from concluded. They inhale deeply, their hands warming, their pulse quickening, as a sense of urgency envelopes them. They no longer wish to delay for even another second. They cannot bear the thought of missing this chance. They are determined not to remain silent when their heart urges them to act. The final shift fills them with both empowerment and vulnerability. They prepare themselves, not just emotionally, but also mentally, spiritually, and wholly. They rehearse their truth in their mind, contemplating how to articulate everything they have been holding inside. Not in a dramatic or chaotic manner, but rather in a genuine, honest, and human way. They want you to learn of the thoughts they have carried daily, the emotions they have concealed, and the connection they have never ceased to feel. And as they take a final breath before taking action, one thing becomes irrefutable: today, they will reach out. Today, they will communicate. Today, they will shatter the silence that has kept both of you suspended for far too long.